Well, it's Friday,
Yep.
May 15th, the long weekend. I'm out here with Chester,
Lumber Club.
part of the Lumpery Club, and I will be hiking to a spot afterwards when they leave. Just mine. I'm not going to be hiking a lot tonight. It's around 6 o'clock. And then tomorrow I'll cross over, go around the lake. This area is still flooded. I mean, nothing major, but this is not the lake. It's just a small little pond. The lake is over that hill straight ahead, but the water is high. So look at him. This guy hasn't eaten all day, and literally, it's going to be gone in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yep.
Look at him, like a savage. Look at him. Don't
Yep.
bite your fingers off.
He's eating chicken alive.
Yeah. Buck, 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 buck. Beautiful evening. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful evening. It's probably 20 degrees Celsius. And weather's looking good until Saturday. It's supposed to rain a bit on Sunday, and then again sunny on Monday, which is a holiday here up in Canada. Victoria Day weekend, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Victoria Day weekend. Of course I knew that. Yeah. So I might stay till Monday. See how I feel. Wow, it's a black hole. Normally the water would just be going under the bridge. Oh man, it must be clogged. I bet you there's junk in there that's clogging up the pipe. Got the hammock set up. It's around 8 o'clock. A few mosquitoes out, not too bad. Yeah, it'll get rid of some of the mosquitoes. Got to ride out just to the... this is not where I'm staying, other than tonight I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna head around the other side of the lake. But I got to ride out with Chester. He's leaving in a few hours. What? No, I want to get away from the crowds. So, got a pretty good fire going. Lots of firewood. I mean, if this place was, on the other side of the lake, yeah, I'd stay here. But, tonight only. It's 6:30 in the morning. It is a beautiful morning. Can't really tell through my fly screen on my hammock, but I'll probably go back to bed. I'm in bed, but continue to have a nap. Continue to have a nap. Get more sleep. I'm going to try to find some chaga, which is I guess a type of mushroom that latches onto primarily birch, yellow birch, I believe. A buddy from home, Stephenville. He's in the military. Charlie White has a video. I'll put a link on this video for it, and it's a extremely healthy, you make tea out of it basically, extremely healthy substance. It very high in antioxidants and just a whole bunch of stuff. Just Google it. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find some. which would be awesome. So, it's not going to be too warm today, which is good because it'll keep the mosquito count down and just make it easy for hiking. Yeah. Nap time. Burning some of my garbage. Don't really need a fire this morning, but I do want to get rid of some of it. There's some paper there. Got my little stove set up. Put some notches on each side of the fuel canister, so it's not going to go anywhere. It's pretty darn secure. I got my GSI cup / mug that I bought on Friday. Stainless steel. It's light. No, it's not titanium, but it'll do the trick. So I can at least get my get the water boiled and get some coffee. I got left for my coffee, it'll be enough. I mean, I got to go filter some more water out of the lake, but this will have to do. It'll be enough. If I need more, barely enough. Whatever. I'll get some more water. This will not take long at all to boil. Not much wind, so otherwise I wouldn't have it up on a log if there was a lot of wind. These stoves don't work well in wind. I mean, they'll light, but I mean, a lot of the heat just gets dispersed by the wind, but not too bad. I got my ground coffee here and my French vanilla coffee beverage there, so that'll add some sweetness to it. Probably won't use a lot of this. And now for some caffeine. Let's see how this tastes. A little more sweetness wouldn't hurt. C'est bon. Fabulous. So I just stopped to filter some water. Gorgeous day. I'm just taking my time. I haven't walked really that far, maybe 2 kilometers. But my goal is to continue around the lake. And you can't tell from here, but there's you can follow it into the woods, and that's kind of like a peninsula. And on the other side of that, I'll go around the lake on the other side of that, and then on the further side, I'll be where my camp is. So, all in all, it's probably another 5 kilometers. So, and it's early afternoon, so I got plenty of time to sit back and just kind of enjoy things. From the last time I was here has gone down So all along the shore I'll be walking on boulders like this. It's slow going, and you gotta kind of be careful. I don't want to roll my ankle or anything like that. But just taking a leisurely pace. No rush. Plenty of time. Decisions. Okay, so I can either take a chance and walk up this little piece of this rock thing separating the water and see if I can get around there, or I could just walk around there. Could do that, or I could just walk through the water. I mean, wah wah, I get my feet wet. It's nice out. I'm not worried about it. Just trying to have a little bit of fun with this. See if I can avoid getting my feet wet, and then if I gotta go through water, so be it. It's all good. Notice a sign there. I can see it on the camera. It says Extreme Trail, and it looks like Scouts Canada logo beside it. I know they were working on some trails back here, and I'm curious where it goes. Almost tempted to follow it, so I'm gonna see if I can find some information on the net. Let's check my phone there, and I'm in for adventure, and I haven't seen that. It wasn't there last year, I don't think. Could be wrong. So check. I'm using the GPS on my phone. It doesn't replace a quote-unquote real GPS, but it'll do in a pinch. So I've walked so far about 3 kilometers, and I could go the rest of the day. I'm just taking my time. So I'm going to check out that trail and decide if I'm going to follow it or not. Okay, so I started, so I'm away from the lake, or the main part where I just followed the shoreline. So now I'm going through this area here. In the summer, this is all tall grass, I guess, and boggy. I mean, it still is. But when the lake is really high, I mean, there's been times this is all water here. Not very often, but anywho, I'm going to stay along the tree line here, and then once I get up to the very end where the trees start again, I'm going to cut in through the forest, and I'll come out to another part of the lake, and I'll keep going from there. Just broke into the woods, so I go uphill and then downhill. I marked this trail 2 years ago, and the only reason I marked it because I didn't have a GPS with me, and I wanted to be able to find the place again. Some people think this is kind of defacing the forest. Well, it's a piece of tape. I will save the coordinates for this place and get rid of the orange tape, and the only reason I'm going to get rid of it because I want to kind of make this more secluded, not so easy for someone else to follow. But the Scouts Canada has a path over on the other side, so anywho, up the hill I go. It's 3 o'clock, I believe, 3:30 or something like that. No. Time to walk. It's a lot easier doing this now than in the heart of summer, because of course a lot of the ferns and stuff haven't started growing really, and so it's a lot easier to get through. I got my machete with me, and I don't really need to use it yet, so that's good. So this is the other side of that little patch of forest I was going through, so there's more lake. I've camped not too far from here, probably just up there. So what I'm going to do now is go to the corner of the lake, and then there's a path that keeps going and going and going and going and going. Then there's a river that feeds into, it's probably more over there, feeds into the lake, across that, and then, I don't know, depending how the path is, I might go all the way to Granite Lake, or there's some spots over there I know that I could camp. So it's up there, and then of course it's followed here, and it brings me to the start of the trail, Halifax Regional or whatever, Scouts Canada. So it's gonna be a nice trail going in so far, and I know that it does get shitty with lots of fallen trees, so you're climbing over one and then climbing over another one. It's quite the hurdle, but we'll see how far I go. Decided to veer off the trail about 100 feet, and I'm actually probably 25-30 feet above where the trail is. It's down there. You know, I technically I could camp here, although I wouldn't mind being closer to the water, but it's not that big of an issue. I'll just go down, fill up my bottle, and come back up. It's 3:30, and let's just walk this way just to see if I can find some good trees. I mean, there's lots of good trees for hanging the hammock. The benefit of not being down by the water is that in the evening when it cools down and you get inflow of cool air heading toward the water, I'll get to avoid that. Yeah, it's getting too far away from the water up here. I don't know, decisions. You can't see it very well. This here, this black growth on the side of this birch, looks like a big chunk, oh there's more up there too, of chaga, which is, just Google it. I'm gonna get a stick and knock that down and bring it home with me and dry it and make some chaga tea. See if I can get that puppy down. I found chaga. Well, I found where I'm going to camp tonight, and it's perfect. You got these trees that are leaning over that are going to follow my head. But no, there's already an established fire spot here, so it's always better to use one that's already there than creating a new one and, you know, scarring another part of the earth. Hammock trees. Yeah, I think this is it. I'm not too far from the lake to be able to get fresh water, and this was a good hike. I didn't tax myself to the point of exhaustion, and it's almost 4 o'clock, so lots of time. Lots of time to get things ready for nightfall. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I'm going to have to put up the rain fly. I got the hammock set up. I gathered some wood, filled up my water bottles, so filtered some water. So I'm just re-energizing here. Probably start the fire around 7. A little bit tired. Gathering that wood was definitely good exercise. Anywho, Let's see. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna post later the wonderful meal I'm gonna be eating tonight. I think it's gonna be craft dinner, but I do have some other things too. So I'm doing a top-down fire. It's basically you start well, as you can see, you stack up all your wood, and you start your fire from the top. And apparently, it lasts longer, and you don't have to feed it, of course, until it gets down to the bottom. So I might get an hour or two out of this before I really have to start tending to it. It's 7:30. Bit of a breeze, no mosquitoes. So I'm trying out this new mosquito repellent. It's called Naturapel. There's no DEET in it. It's all natural ingredients. Google it. I can't read that. It smells good. The verdict is still out on this because there's not a lot of mosquitoes here, so I can't really test it properly. But I have been spraying it on myself like there is. Like it's, you know, it's a little more expensive than your regular DEET stuff. I bought this at MEC, Mountain Equipment Co-op in Halifax. It was like $7 for a bottle like this. It doesn't have, jeepers. Christy knows the name of this stuff. It doesn't have that in here. But it has something else. Yeah, okay. Anyways, oh, interesting little side note here, talking about bugs. I seen 2 ticks. They weren't on me, but they were, well, they were. One was crawling on my boot, and the other one, I'm sitting on the ground. I just got a tarp laid out, and seen another one. So, yeah. Hope this stuff repels ticks. I hate ticks. I frickin' hate ticks. Did I say that I hate ticks? I really, really hate ticks. Naturapel. Buy it at your local store. Just listening to CBC Radio, and they're playing Bob and Doug. Anyways, the lake is 30 seconds down there, but it's still a hassle going down, so I don't know how many liters are in that. Probably 10 liters. No, wait, about 6 liters in there. It's unfiltered, but it just saves me for the next 2 days having to walk down there, that I could just filter out of that. And there's my setup. I lowered the, because we're supposed to get rain tomorrow. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, well, tonight before I go to bed, is I'm going to bring my gas stove and everything in here. So then I can lay in the hammock and cook up a coffee tomorrow morning, and, you know, I don't have to go out into the rain. But I'm going to have to move everything in tonight. My food bag and my electronics. And, yeah. Life's good. Life is good. Late night meal. If you see like little patterns going down your screen, there's nothing going wrong with your computer. The LED that I have is, I guess the frequency is different from the frame rate on this camera, so let me see if I can, okay. Maybe that's better. Anywho, just boiling some water. I'm going to have the craft dinner. I do have like some freeze-dried. Yeah. I have chili macaroni with beef and some other thingy thing. But I'm gonna do the Kraft dinner. I got some cheese I'm gonna put into it, and I do have some pepperoni, so that'll be good. And then after this, I'm gonna go to bed, read a bit, and oh, is that boiling? Soon, very, very soon. Okay, let's open this guy up here. Whoopsies. So what I do is, obviously, I take the Kraft dinner out of the box to save on a bit of weight. And I got the pack of powdered cheese, or whatever you want to call it. And we got some rolling boilage on the go. Whoopsie daisies. There we go. That's going to boil over. Anyways, I keep my Ziplocs. I don't burn them unless there's something like meat or something in there. Oopsies. Oh my god. Okay. Now I need to get my spoon. There we go. So let that boil out, and then we'll add the cheese and the pepperoni afterwards. Okay, so now I'm going to Jesus. I'm gonna put cheese in it. Well, you know what? Let's start with the powdered cheese. We'll start with the powdered cheese. So we'll go to the bag here. La-di-da. Okay. And beat the shit out of it. And let me rip it open. Okay. There we go. Oh my god, that's gonna leave a mark. That's gonna leave a mark. Okay. So let's stir it up. Let's turn it down. Oopsies. Shit. Okay. So let's... Oh boy. Okay. We don't want it to fall. So what I'm going to do now, before I spill the whole bloody thing, is I will get the real cheese out. I'm going to pause it for this. This is insane. I can't do this with one hand. Okay, so we'll put that in there. Big chunk of cheese. I'll get my headlamp out of the way so you don't see the... Okay. Now we got to put pepperoni in. Once again, I got to pause the camera. So, pepperoni. Okay, let's rip it open with the old... shysters. Teeth. Plastic. 1 sec. Okay, so here's the fake meat. Oopsies. And oopsies. There. Let's turn that off before I burn it. Okay, so now I have the all-important sauce. Love this stuff. Love this stuff. That's going in there. I don't know how much I'm putting in. Whoopsies. Whatever. Let's put... Oh, Jesus. I'm going to be crying. I'm going to be crying tomorrow. Okay. And let's put it down here so we don't spill it. And... Ooh. Shysters. Okay. Oh, God. It's going to leave a mark. Okay. 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 Time to eat.